Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Buenos dias, mi gente. Yo. Welcome to Daily Discipline number 396. My name's Rob Hoback. Happy that you're here. Honored and humbled that you keep coming back, like for reals. Hey, in case you hear some noise, that's Jack over there, and that's Doc McStuffins. So Jack's he's playing with a machine that's broken right now, so he may ask some questions in the middle of this. Just letting you know. Hey, it's a Savage Saturday. It's a work day because there are no days off. And it's time to get to work, so let's roll. But before we do that, I just want to talk about something. This morning, I woke up super early because the kids are here, and so everybody wants to come get in bed with me, and they kick me all night. And I'm not complaining; I'm just stating a fact. So finally, at about 4:15, I was like, "All right, just get up, right?" So I came out here, turned on TV, and it wasn't 5 minutes. I mean, I was still like, just getting my wits about me. Hadn't even had a cup of coffee or anything yet. Next thing you know, Jack was out here wanting to hang out. So we watched some NFL films this morning, didn't we, Bubba? And during that, we got to see, we were in the top 10 episode of biggest game changers in the NFL history. And, it's the names you would expect. One of them was Vince Lombardi. And we're watching this promotional, clip that they put together where they were talking about the Packers were getting ready to start their preseason workouts. And Vince Lombardi was like, look, from June 1 till Feb 1, there are no days off. We get to work at 7 or 8 o'clock in the morning. We work till midnight, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, whoa, doesn't that sound familiar, right? So from now on, when I say no days off, I don't want you to think about Bill Belichick because that's impressive what he's done. Let's run that back turbo and go back to the source, right? It was Vince Lombardi. And so then I just, then I was like, wow, I need to study a little bit more on him. Dude died when he's 56 years old, right? So again, Belichick's already considerably older than him. So, you just look at what Vince Lombardi accomplished in a very short life, just super impressive. Anyway, moving on. First things first, I'm still the realist. I'm also healing. Yeah. What am I talking about? I think I first noticed last Sunday evening that I just wasn't feeling well, right? Like I had something. It was in my chest. You just feel it. And so over the course of the week, all of the kids have kind of cycled through it. I could tell, as Jack was laying by me this morning that he had a small fever. Ain't no thing, right? Like none of us are really, really sick. We just don't feel great, right? We'll be fine. We're healing. My thank yous go out to Mother Nature. If I figure that when I kid up here and I complain about how it's cold and stuff, so I'll talk about when it's nice. So we're supposed to have a nice day today. We had a great afternoon yesterday. It was like 63 degrees at 3 or 4 o'clock. And then we're going all the way up to high 60s this week up until about Wednesday. And then we're supposed to have some cold. So, I mean, it's nice. So thank you, Mother Nature. Appreciate the little break here so that we can go outside and transplant some plants today, right? Or tomorrow. Packers are off tomorrow, so, I got some free time. My thought of the day is that talk is free. Somebody would say, listen, talk's cheap. I'm thinking, talk's not cheap. Talk's free, right? That's why people do it so much, right? That's why people say shit that isn't true, because it doesn't cost anything. Now, there are consequences to what we say, right? And so if we say the wrong thing in the wrong place, there are consequences. But the act of speaking, talk ain't cheap. It's free. And, of course, because I can't ever just leave anything alone, I then started thinking about that. I'm like, when I stop and think about it, most of the stress that I have in my life or have had in my life is the result of somebody telling me something that's not true, also known as lying, right? But the way we were all raised, don't be too aggressive. Don't go around calling people liars, even though everybody is a damn liar, right? I mean, stop and think about it. Even the people you know the most lie to you from time to time. Now, that's a complicated web, why they do it. But just remember, the more you tell that lie, the bigger it gets, right? And so when we first meet somebody, there's no way that they're telling us 100% the truth all the time. And if you think that, I would challenge you, like, Lassie, come on. That's not how it works, right? We all have that insecurity inside where we're like, oh my God, if I tell them the truth, they're not going to like me. Or it could be sinister of like, I'm not going to tell them what my plan is to do to them. Just understand, talk is free, right? The other thing, and I'm not trying to be combative. I'm just reminding myself when I'm reflecting on what the triggers are that get me upset. it's almost always when I come to the realization that somebody misled me intentionally for their own gain, right? Like whatever, like they chose their feelings over mine and they lied to get me to agree to something. And then, then they, well, Rob, why are you so upset? Like, I don't know, because you're an effing liar. Let's start there, right? Again, nothing topical, right? There's not a specific incident. I'm just thinking, right? Like I was watching a show, people talking about talk is cheap. And I'm like, eh. And so here's I'll wrap the thought up with this, right? Is that we all have an inner voice, right? I was talking to the Quan about this recently. He called me up and he's like, "Hey, I just get a bad feeling." I'm like, "Bro, you don't have to apologize. That's your intuition. That's your little guy inside of you knocking on the back, like, yo, I think we got a problem over there because what that person's saying doesn't like that. I don't like it." And the more, the more intense that feeling is, the more intense your insides, your inner voice, right? Your intuition, all of the things that we normally don't say, they're all telling you, like, watch out, talk is free, right? What they're saying isn't true. And again, when I reflect on my life, most of the times where I get myself real upset, real worked up, is when I've been in those situations and I knew better, but I listened to the words instead of listening to my inner voice, right? And we all have a lie detector inside there, right? It's just whether we choose to listen to it or not. So anyway, yeah, with that, I'm done for the day. Hands up, peace out, we're better together. Appreciate you stopping by. We'll be back tomorrow for a Sunday fun day. Jack, you going to come say hi tomorrow? No? You want to come say hi now? You working on the machine? We're going to work on the machine. All right? So you guys have a great day. I got one final thing I just got to say. There's somebody that's been on my mind all week, right? Of course, I didn't call him, right? But it's Nuke, right? I got just a moment to chat with Nuke a couple times this week, and I miss him and I love him. And I promised him I'd give him a shout out today. So, Nuke, that's for you, brother. I'll talk to you soon. Love you. Bye.